If President Biden actually cared about our Constitution as he says he does, if he actually cared about our democracy as he says he does, my message to him is, don't tell us, show us. And you can start by doing 3 things. First, stop politicizing the Department of Justice and weaponizing our law enforcement agencies to go after his major political opponent in this election. Stop trying to issue gag orders to prevent former President Trump's freedom of speech. Stop trying to get his name removed from the ballot and stealing our democracy so that we don't even have the right to choose who we want to be our next president and commander-in-chief. Number 2, stop demonizing half of the country as extremists simply because they didn't support you or don't support you. Even worse, abusing his power by politicizing these federal agencies and institutions to target people like parents who have the audacity to go and protest at a Board of Education meeting. By targeting those who stand up and say, no, I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, as threats to our country. These parents and these Americans are not threats to our democracy. He is targeting them because he knows that their voices, our voices, are a threat to his power. Third, apologize to the American people for trying to silence us, and immediately stop directly and indirectly censoring our voices. It's hard to recognize our country on some days when we understand and we pay attention to what is really happening. And I've asked myself the question, I never would have imagined in my lifetime that we would sit here and have to defend freedom of speech. When you look back to what happened in Skokie, Illinois, when you looked at what the ACLU used to be and standing up and defending even the most abhorrent of speech, that was the thing that we could all gather together around. That's not the case today, and so I've asked myself, how have we gone so far astray? How is it that these people in positions of power, well, maybe they've forgotten what our founders said. Maybe they haven't read the Constitution recently or ever. Because if they did, they would recognize that our founders saw that power and liberty are natural enemies, and that their most important task, our founders' most important task in this nation, was to ensure that our founding documents would contain government power and protect individual liberty, making sure to etch into our Declaration of Independence that our inalienable rights are given to us by our Creator, and that our responsibility is to protect them.